we gonna earn a living? How we gonna get some pay? I'll reply with a little bit of anger. I'll earn my living as a stolen valor ranger. Stolen valor every hour. Super chats, that's my power. Blood, sweat, virtual danger. That's the life of a stolen valor ranger.
Kaiser, this is your father, the wit, god of bullshit. Go forth amongst the people of the earth and con them out of their money on YouTube.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having a great evening. And if you notice, I'm doing something I don't normally do. I'm on my camera and everything. Hopefully everybody's having a good time or good evening. It's supposed to get cold here, and it's supposed to snow. But that's okay. Go ahead and share this out if you would, guys, and everything. And I'm going to turn my camera off for just a second. And I'm going to get this ready. But I'd like for you to share it out so it reaches more people. Because what I've got to say, what I'm going to show you is probably going to shock a few people. Maybe not. And everything. Hey, John, how you doing? Hey, Boo. So, for everybody that's new, that's probably going to come in, let me give you a little backstory why all this has started. And maybe if he fills up to it, I'll get him to come up here and everything. And maybe he'll talk a little bit. I don't know that he will. Sorry, I'm trying to get used to this laptop. Yes, it was. But wait till you find out what else I found out today. It's probably going to shock some people. Some people that's been around for a while. It probably won't shock them. And all that good stuff. So, what up, Miraz? How's it going, my man? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you very much. So, for those that don't know, December 30th, my father, let me turn my camera on. I said I was going to do that. For those that don't know, December 30th, my father went into the hospital. He had a double infection in his legs. My sister was supposed to be taking care of him. He spent approximately 33 days in the hospital and rehab. And upon being released from rehab, adult services told us that my father was not allowed to go back to where he was living. And I didn't quite understand why until after I talked with them. But so his lady friend and everything went and rented an apartment. So we went to get Dad's stuff. Dad has been staying here with me and Mary since he's been released from the hospital. Me and Mary and children have been taking care of my father. My other brothers don't care. Matter of fact, my one brother said, "Don't call me unless he's dead." You can't make that stuff up, guys. I ain't got no reason to lie about it. But it's true. It's 100% true. So me and Mary have been taking care of my father. who is 73 years old. So on the 8th, we went out there. Hi, Mary. Love you, honey. This is the other victim, guys, in case y'all don't know that I'm telling the story about. I love you too, honey. So we went out there February the 8th after being told that my sister had loaded a trailer full the day before and moved a lot of stuff out. And upon going out there, as you have seen from my video and now from the lieutenant's video, they have trashed the place. They have removed 6 deep freezers that was full of food. They have removed my father's firearm. And as you heard, if you've watched the video and everything, exactly how she feels about my father and everything. And you've seen how law enforcement, even after us telling everybody, hey, what's up, all that stuff, they didn't want to listen to anything we had to say. Nothing. They didn't want to listen to nothing we had to say. Mary was wrong. Mary Hatchett there was wrong. My father was wrong. And even being polite, as you've seen, law enforcement, especially the lieutenant, was an asshole. And so, I've had to do some investigating on my own. I'm not up to date with all this stuff. As most of you know, I wouldn't even consider myself an auditor. And for the trolls that are listening or people that are going to try to spin this, go back and look through our YouTube channel. We're not doing this for clicks or views. We're not making money. I'm doing this to bring awareness of what's going on. By no means am I anti-law enforcement. Matter of fact, people in my family have been law enforcement. My Uncle Jimmy was in the military. He was a director of internal affairs. I'm sure you heard in the video my dad say. My dad was even in law enforcement. Do I agree with everything cops do? No, absolutely 100% not. Am I an innocent person? No, absolutely 100% not. People that have been here with me for over the last few years will tell you that I've been very transparent about my past. I'm not a saint. Never claimed to be. So upon doing some investigation, guys, I found out something that I did not know, and it kind of puts the pieces of the puzzle together. Why the lieutenant and the sergeant acted the way they did, which you'll see the sergeant's body cam footage tomorrow and everything. Please don't think that I'm being repetitive with it, because I'm not. I wanted to try to be as transparent as I can, and I'm gonna read something to you, and I'm gonna show it to you, and then maybe it'll help you understand why these police officers acted the way they have acted. And it's kind of shocking when you find out things, So let's just bring this up here. All right. Let me get it to where. There you go. Hi, Miss Pam. So, see what that is? It says Gibson County Sheriff profit from inmate labor. Come to find out, the current sheriff of Gibson County has been indicted. You can't make this stuff up, guys. A new investigation by the Tennessee Comptroller, I can't read that. I ain't got my glasses. Office has resulted in the indictment of Gibson County Sheriff Paul Thomas, who has served as sheriff since 2014. Think about that. He has been sheriff since 2014. In 2020, the investigation outlines a scheme employed by Thomas to enrich himself and a group of investors by profiting from the labor and care of Gibson County and Tennessee Department of Correction inmates. In 2021, Thomas and a group of local investors created 3 for-profit businesses known collectively as the Alliance Group. These businesses provided staffing assistance to local businesses, housed current and former inmates at transitional homes called the Orchard House, and provided transportation to work, release inmates, and former inmates traveling to and from work. Investigators determined that Thomas directed $1,417,204.06 in inmate wages, fees, and deductions to profit the Alliance Group from February 2020 to October 2022. At least 170 inmates in Thomas' custody was employed by the Alliance staffing agency. During the investigation, Alliance Transportation was paid $18 per day. So you see where I'm going here, guys? Do you see what's happening? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand where I'm going with this. See if it makes sense. Do you understand? You understand what's going on now, right? Absolutely makes sense, don't it? Guess who? Now, you want to hear the bombshell? Guess who I have found out two of his investors were? You're never going to guess. I mean, it's probably going to shock you. Who was 2 of the investors for this Alliance Group? Anybody want to take a wild guess? Two of the investors. If you guessed Lieutenant Lazarus and Sergeant Cooper, you're correct. Exactly, John. And why do you think Lieutenant said he wasn't worried about what the judge said? If you listen to the body cam footage today, you heard that crazy stuff, right? He said, I don't care what the judge has to say. And would it shock you to find out another one of the investors would it shock you to find out one of the investors, another one of the investors, guys, is the judge? So now you know why the lieutenant was so cocky, because he didn't care about what the judge said. Why would he care about what the judge said? Because the judge is on the payroll. The cops are on the payroll. The sheriff is on the payroll. It's right here, guys. You can look it up. You can't make that shit up. It's right here. From right plain. You can read it where he's indicted. Matter of fact, I'll share the link for you to see it. Well, I said I would. Correct. They're all corrupt. There you go if you want to read the whole story. But that's not even all. Just if you wanted to know more about it, Google Gibson County Sheriff indicted or arrested. He was actually arrested. So we have a sheriff who's been indicted for multiple counts of crimes. Let's see. Let me see how many charges. Let me scroll down here. I know it tells. Let me show you this. Our investigators identified multiple deficiencies within the sheriff's office that coincided with the scheme, said Comptroller Mumpower. We also learned that the Sheriff Thomas failed to disclose his ownership interest in the alliance in his annual filings with the West Tennessee Ethics Commission and violated his duty to secure and properly guard inmates until they were lawfully discharged. That's correct. You're absolutely right. Absolutely 100%. That's where I was going. Now imagine a 73-year-old man. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a anything. I'm just a damn redneck guy who lives in Tennessee. But look what I found: the corruption and to be honest with you, I've already been told that going forward, if I continue, and I'm not going to disclose the source yet because going forward, that if I continue to go on, that there will be retaliation, and that for what's going on. And guess what else I found? The reason they took her side is because my sister was one of the people that they used in the Inmate scandal. They were using her when she was locked up. You see where I'm going? Now you understand why they took her side. I just found all this out today. So why do you think they took her side? So my 73-year-old father is going to be out everything that he has and everything. I found out that Sabrina was part of that inmate release.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you know why the corrupt lieutenant. I've never seen you before in my life. I don't know you.
Son of a bitch. I hope you're not live.
Yes, I am live.
Yes.
But it's okay. It's okay. We're 20 minutes in, so it's not gonna that ain't gonna hurt nothing. You can't make this stuff up, guys.
Go on.
So now you know why. And then as you will hear tomorrow on the body cam footage from the sergeant, not only does he give her an alibi, he gives her legal advice.
That's why he was doing it.
You heard the lieutenant today say when she asked about the mail, he goes, "I don't give a fuck what you do about the mail. It's not our concern." We went there telling that we had dad's guns were missing. They didn't want to take a report. Totally didn't want to take a report. It's a crime. I thought that was their job, was to take a report. Oh, well, we can't take a report unless you got a serial number. Motherfucker, you can take a report without a serial number and I'll bring them to you.
They just didn't want to.
But they didn't. They didn't want to. And I know the trolls are going to say, well, this guy's mad at the police. I'm not mad at the police. I'm mad at bad people. I don't care what your job title is. When you take advantage of somebody and you mistreat somebody the way that they have done, and that without a care, what other sources and outlets do you have? I have to have people that'll listen. It's right here in black and white. Do your research, trolls. Look, right here. It's all right here. Here, I'll show you something else. Here, let me play a little clip for you. Clips don't lie.
County, where Sheriff Paul Thomas has been indicted on 18 counts of official misconduct. He was booked into the local jail this morning and released on a $25,000 bond. Sheriff Thomas is accused of profiting directly or indirectly from the labor of several inmates. Prosecutors also allege those inmates weren't properly guarded. We'll continue to dig into it and keep you updated as we learn more.
Imagine that. Well, you know why they ID'd us. They wanted to know who we were. And that I have it on good faith, and I'm not going to disclose the source, that I was run through NCIC to see if there was anything on me. I have not been arrested since 2007. And I wasn't arrested then. I was cited into court for a bad check. Have I made some mistakes in my past? Yes, sir. I sure have, and I ain't lied about it. Y'all look me up if you want to. My name's out there. I've even gave my date of birth and stuff. You can say I'm a bad guy if you want to, but I'm not. People make bad mistakes, and I made bad mistakes, and I own every bit of it. Yep, exactly. And that's what my dad brought that up, John. And they didn't care. We're not here for that. We don't give a shit what you got to say, basically.
That's it. And it's true. If there were felony charges on her, she's not to be around a firearm at all.
Indicted Gibson County Sheriff directed $1.4 million to his company. $1.4 million. Here, let's look at this. This is the local channel, and he's still the sheriff, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Refuses to step down. Here, let me play this for you.
Since 2004, Window World of Jackson has sold over 100,000 windows in West Tennessee.
Yeah,
Custom
windows,
are
blah,
made
blah,
right
blah.
here in the USA and
We
backed
don't
by
care
the Good
about
Housekeeping
windows.
seal of approval. If you need new windows, call Window World today and take advantage of 15 months, same as cash.
Eyewitness News at 10. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We have continuing coverage of the indictment of a West Tennessee sheriff.
WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News reporter Garrett Evans is live in studio. The details on the charges. Garrett.
Thank you, Terry. Current Sheriff of Gibson County, Paul Thomas, was booked this morning facing numerous charges. After securing the formal indictment, we break down those charges. According to an indictment by grand jury, Gibson County Sheriff Paul Thomas has been charged with 18 felonies involving 6 inmates. The first 6 charges in the indictment accuse Thomas of allegedly, knowingly, and feloniously constituting an unauthorized exercise of official power to employ or use the labor for personal gain of 6 inmates under his care and custody. Those inmates were named in the indictment as Anthony Bolding, Ronald Cravens, Jonathan Forrest, Mark Smith, William Vestal, and Jeffrey Wyke, this being a violation of Tennessee Code Annotated, or TCA 3916-402, official misconduct. Charges 7 through 12 in the indictment accuse the sheriff of allegedly, knowingly, and feloniously constituting an unauthorized exercise of official power to employ or use the labor of those 6 inmates to directly or indirectly provide, profit, or benefit Alliance Group, LLC, the company that Sheriff Thomas has partial ownership in, again falling under official misconduct. Counts 13 through 18 accuse the sheriff of failing to keep the 6 inmates properly guarded to prevent escape, this being labeled as official misconduct and also a violation of TCA 412109, care of prisoners. We reached out to Sheriff Paul Thomas, who referred us to his attorney for comment. Live in studio, Garrett Evans, WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News.
Wow.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Exactly. Since when do sergeants and lieutenants respond to a civil matter? Exactly. 100%. And the other officer that was there, they conveniently failed to give me the body cam footage that I have paid for. I have a receipt for. And as soon as I get the money and the weather is clear, I'm going to go pick it up. They will give it to me, and yes, I will film it. Looking at the video and if you watch, even as I was polite, my father was upset. He had every right to be upset. I mean, my God, everything that he had was stolen from him. Even after being polite, you could still hear in their voice the disdain. Like, how dare you question what I have to say? How dare you tell me how to be a police officer or how to do my job?
Somebody needs to. That's for damn sure.
Not to mention how they talk to Mary, the lieutenant. I'm sure you've seen it in the last 2 videos. Remember when you were in school? If you want to talk, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you want to talk.
And then I laughed at him.
She laughed at him.
And told him, don't do that to me.
Because that's what she should have done, because that was a jackass thing to say.
It was.
Not now, Charlie. I'm busy. I love you too, buddy. Good boy.
He hears it in your voice.
Yeah, he knows I'm upset.
Yep. He knows.
Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on. There you go. I know. He's a good boy, huh? You going to say hi to everybody? Is that what you're doing? You going to say hi to everybody? Yeah. Say hi, Charlie.
Camera hog.
Well.
Oh, now you're touching stuff.
Oh, no, Charlie. You've done enough. Sorry about that. Jiggling and wiggling there for a minute. Come here a little bit. Little bit.
You want to say hi to everybody?
Come on a little bit. You going to say hi to everybody? Huh? Are you going to say hi to everybody? Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, she all in your beard.
Yeah, it was very unprofessional. You can't kiss me. Some of our little fur babies. My other German Shepherd, Leia, she's running around here somewhere. I don't know where she's got off to.
She's laying on Harley. Oh, she was. Hi, everybody. You got me. Punch you. Well, I wouldn't punch you.
So, listen, guys. I've posted the link tree and everything. My mods have, and I want to say welcome to Stephanie for being a new mod and everything. Absolutely wonderful to have Rob and everybody. All my moderators have been really good. If you can, help would be appreciated. My father lost everything. We're still going to take it to court. There's still going to be a lot of updates coming. I still got some video and stuff that I haven't released yet. For obvious reasons. But the civil matter moving forward and everything is what we're going to have to try to focus on. I'm not sure if there's been some civil rights violations. I know I'm offended. But even at this point, if I made a report, what good's it going to do? If I file a report against this lieutenant for his actions, what's it going to benefit? How's it going to benefit? What do you think will happen if I file a report against this lieutenant? Hello, North Woods. Good to see you. And off subject for just a little bit, our little black cat over here, she had babies today. She had one little baby. And it's doing very well.
That's all she had? Good.
She's had one little baby. And but if I file a complaint against this guy, where do you think this is going to go? Exactly what you just said. No wrongdoing. Exactly what they're going to do. 100%. Because the internal affairs, they're all in on it. I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure. I'm very well sure that all these cops are in on it together. And listen, guys, we need some eyes down here. I've been saying it for the last 2 years that Tennessee is corrupt. There's a lot of these little backwoods, little places that, man, I'm going to tell you what, if you're not part of that good old boy system, and that, as the one cop told me once before, there's places where you can walk off here and nobody will find you. I've been told since I've been back here, and that by a former sheriff, why did you come back to Tennessee?
Yep.
The best thing for you to do would be to leave. Huh? Not kidding you. I ain't got no reason to lie about it.
It's true. How about you?
Told me in Walmart that the best thing for me to do would be to leave again. Go back to where I came from.
Yep.
Since I've been back here, I've had a corrupt deputy right here. Y'all have seen it. Put his hand on his gun and was going to shoot me over a citation. Let that sink in for a second. The cop was going to shoot me over a citation. Yelled at my wife. And not only has he done this to me, he done it to somebody else. Threatened to call the CPS on her and everything else. Oh, yes, I have that video too. That's coming. I have the video footage of that. That's coming. But that's a whole nother nutshell. I currently, where I live right now, have 17 cameras around my house after that incident with that officer. I now have a dash camera in my car where I didn't before, in fear of retaliation. Y'all have seen the one camera, but I don't show all the others because I don't want everybody to know where it's posted, or where they're at, the position. Can you imagine living in fear where you have to set with 17 cameras and that and everything to feel safe? And then you're not even sure. Back to blue. That's what you do, guys. Back to blue. Yep. That's what we're gonna do. We back the blue. We support the police officer. Now I will say, because I know he's gonna be watching, I do have a friend that is in law enforcement. I do. We trade and swap and stuff all the time. Good guy. He knows how I feel. I don't dislike law enforcement, guys. I hate bad cops. Bad cops get good cops killed. And even when you're polite and you're not disrespectful and you're not calling them a cocksucker and you're not calling them pigs and everything, well, you seen, guys. Video don't lie. You seen it from their body cam, and that the disdain on that officer and everything because he had to come help a citizen. To the point where somebody even called me a bootlicker. Okay. Well, listen, if you watch the video correctly, you'll see when he got that attitude, my demeanor changed. Because I can't afford to go to jail. I have a family to take care of. I can't afford to be in jail for my father, who I'm having to take care of. You hear me calming my father down because I don't want him to go to jail. I don't need them roughing up a 73-year-old man. Because that's what they would do. You've seen it, guys. The lieutenant, he was salivating. He wanted to put the torture cuffs on somebody. And I know that sounds like chilly, but it's true. He couldn't wait to put the handcuffs on somebody and take them to jail. And then said, well, that's not how I police. And then he goes, something about, if I could go back to 17 years old, I'd be dangerous. No, you're dangerous now. You don't have to go back to 17 to be dangerous because you're dangerous. 100% dangerous. And I'm going to stop. I'm going to calm down and stop yelling because I don't want to upset my family and that. But this is what we've been dealing with. This is what I've been dealing with out of my sister. Taking advantage of an older person. And when you reach out for help and you do the right thing, what happens? It falls on deaf ears. It does. It falls on deaf ears. Hey, kiddo, I'm live.
I know.
Okay.
I can tell on the TV. Even though it's lagging.
Oh, yeah, it's a minute behind. Maybe not even a minute behind, but it's behind.
Just checking on Nightmare.
She's doing good.
Baby's looking like a balloon.
Yeah.
My God. I think she's going to have more than she is.
It's possible.
I hope they are not fluffy. Fluffy, but not a little dumb.
Mm.
Please let me dumb.
Well, let's hope the cats don't become dumb.
Like the mom.
She's in a category of her own. She's a special kitty.
She is special.
My
hands are so cold.
Your hands are cold? Well, go warm them up. I see. What did you do?
Drew a scalp.
Why did you draw on your hand? You're going to have tattoos all over you, ain't you? That's what's going to happen. You're going to grow up and have tattoos all over you.
I got bored.
Yep. That's what I said the very first tattoo I ever got. I got bored.
Bored. What?
Yep.
Mom didn't know that you're supposed to put a little bit of salt in the water when you put your flowers.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't know that. She put the packet in of salt. You're not supposed to. It makes them look sad and depressed.
Oh, exactly. 100%. And I was in a courtroom today for an unrelated matter. And Mary will tell you my little speech that I gave today, which Went over very well. After I got done talking and everything, same county, mind you, come up to me and said, man, you spoke 100% truth. 100% truth. Made me feel good. And I didn't raise my voice, and I didn't yell, and I didn't call anybody no names. But I've learned something. You know? And then I have to deal with my father, who may have a little touch of dementia. I don't know. We're finding out. He's going to the doctors. Okay. But even if he does, that's no reason to treat somebody like they're a piece of shit. Because the only thing this guy was interested in was not doing his job. He didn't care about my father's rights. He didn't care about nobody else but himself and not having to do paperwork. You know, and everybody's like, well, people come on here and they do this for clicks and views. Well, I got news for you. I ain't making no money on this. I'm not getting hundreds of dollars in donations. My videos and that, I haven't been paid by YouTube since April of last year. So why the hell am I still doing it? It ain't for clicks and views. It's not. 100% not. My kitty just walked across my keyboard. I might get lucky and get paid in March from YouTube. First time in over almost a year. And I'm not complaining. That's not what this channel's about. Now there's a lot of people that I watch on YouTube and I don't talk in their chat and everything. Because you learn more that way. Don't mean I haven't supported them. Don't mean that some of them haven't supported us. Some of you sitting here or whatever have helped us out when we needed help. And I'm very appreciative of all of you. And I'm not here trying to grift money. If you want to help, you can. If you don't, that's great too, because I love all of you. The main thing is this gets out and it don't fall on deaf ears. It needs to be shown to bigger channels that could help out and get it out there. We need people here in Tennessee that has more experience and not afraid to step up and say, hey, what's going on here? Or will it fall on deaf ears? I don't know. I'm a 50-year-old man trying to protect his family. And at any minute, I feel like somebody could kick in my door because of retaliation. It's true. Because of just a little piece of the dirt that I've uncovered. Do you know how it feels to walk into a restaurant and when you sit down in a restaurant with your family, people whisper and they say, look, there's that YouTuber. It's true. Not complaining, that's what I chose. Okay? Not complaining at all. Don't get it twisted. I'm not complaining about that. But It's just the mentality that people have and everything. Because they don't understand something or don't want to understand something. Well, you're correct. It does need people like that. I'm hoping somebody here will reach out to one of these guys and say, and they'll contact me. I'll give them the uncut, unedited body cam footage. I'll give them uncut, unedited footage that I shot. Most of the time, you're probably going to hear tomorrow when that releases. And that I'm not good at editing. I'm not good at redacting shit. You know why? Because since I started this channel, I don't edit anything, really. I don't leave anything out. And maybe that's why my channel hasn't grown so much, because a lot of the videos are boring or dead air. And I've asked for help. I don't understand it, guys. Well, let me tell you why I don't understand it. Because in 2011, I had a minor stroke. I had to relearn a lot of things. Up until that point and everything, not bragging or anything, I had a great average and everything, and I was studying criminal justice. It's honest to God's truth. I'll show you. I can pull up receipts. Now, I got it all up here, but I can't get it to go from here to here. I have knot tears and stuff. Some of y'all have heard me talk about that. I'm currently taking medication for that and everything, and it's working out really good. I've been able to get some much needed rest that I wasn't getting before. But that's irrelevant. You know, and I've watched people like James Freeman and Lackluster and SJVT, and I can name off a whole bunch of more people that I've watched and support. What's up, Snap? And, you know, it's always something more important. And it gets frustrating. It really does. And look how many brain dead idiots. Prime example. Look how many brain dead idiots followed Wrangler. Even right now, still hanging off of his sack while he is currently locked up for 5 felonies he admitted to. And still to this day is indicted for murder. Indicted for murder. And these blind people hate auditors or First Amendment activists or whatever so much that they're going to swing off this guy's sack to the point that their teeth are going to cave in because they don't want to be wrong. Because our stories don't meet their narrative.
I want you to see this. And I'm glad they're alive. Come on. That's all that was in his clothes. Half of it ain't even his. There's baby clothes in there, clothes that won't fit him. He has 3 shirts, 3 camouflage shirts in there. 3. Nothing else. 2 hats.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow. So they took all of his clothes.
All of his clothes. Look at this. Baby blankets. There's his 2 hats. Baby clothes. There's one of his shirts. There's a couple shirts of Elizabeth's in here. The rest of the stuff don't fit him.
I didn't know that. I guess we're going to have to go get him some clothes.
Uh-huh. The other 2 bags are pillows. That's it.
Wow. What a scummy piece of shit.
And I'm so freaking mad.
So, with that being said, guys, if you want to help donate a little bit.
He ain't got no clothes except for what he's got here. They took all of his fucking clothes. Sorry, sons of bitches. Nikki, yeah, come here. I want you to see this.
Sorry, guys.
I want you to see this. I took you them bags. Most of them are pillows. This is all
So, you see what I'm saying, guys? See how that affects people? Now my wife is upset over how they've treated my father. So am I. And I'm sorry I had to turn it off. And people, you can make fun of me if you want to. If you're going to make fun, fuck you. Okay? What are you going to do if it happens to your family? What are you going to do? And it can. Take advantage of an elderly persons. Bully them. And then you take every fucking thing they have. And what can you do, guys? I'm sorry about the bag. I'm getting a tea out. My throat was starting to hurt. What do you do? What can you do? How can anybody fuck the cops for a minute? Let's just fuck the cops for a second, okay? Let's not even think about their involvement. How can anybody treat an elderly person that way? How? I just don't understand it. How can you take advantage of somebody like that? I didn't know we just started washing his clothes and stuff. I didn't know that was like that. Wow. So, listen, guys, I'm going to do this again. If one of my mods is here, if you would drop the link tree that has our PayPal and Cash App and the GoFundMe. If you guys would please help my father and help us to help him, it would be deeply appreciated. Not expected, but appreciated. Share it out and everything. I would do the same for you guys. And I'm angry. I'm angry. Hello, Greg. It's just ridiculous. Come here, Kiki. Let's have a moment of cuteness here. How about that? Little moment of cuteness. Look how cute she is. Look how long my beard is, guys. Y'all see the goal that I set. That's how much I'm willing to do for my father. This I've been growing this for 2 years. But if we meet that goal that I set, yeah.
Did you say hi to everybody on the internet?
Yeah, she did. She come up here and said hello. Oh, that pisses me off. What a low-life piece of shit.
I figured she was up here with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know where she's at now. I thought I laid on her. That's why I was like, oh, crap. Because normally she gets up where my pillows are and lays down under the blanket. And I thought I laid on her for a second. I freaked out.
She is cute, huh? A little cutie. So what's everybody having for supper tonight? I need to change the subject for a minute. It's 29 degrees here. And we're supposed to get some cold. Or cold. Supposed to get some snow. Supposed to get some cold. That was good. We're supposed to get some cold. Oh, you're having whiskey? You had homemade meatloaf, tossed salad? Oh, 12 degrees? Yeah. Let me pull up my camera and see if it's doing anything out here. It's supposed to snow. Oh, well, newsflash. It's not supposed to snow. It is snowing right now. And coming down pretty good. From what I can see on my 360 camera. Oh, that does sound good, though. Yeah, for real. Homemade meatloaf. I'm checking something real quick, guys. Sorry, I'm not ignoring anybody. I promise. Good old stew. Yep. Since I released that body cam footage, I think I've gotten somebody said, Jesus, if they ain't on meth, that all that trash is even worse. Shaking my head. This is why a small town landlord realized that the way to go is month-to-month leases. Then when you bring them, when they are being pigs in mind, I give 30-day notice and they have to leave. No questions. What a crew there. Whoa. People live there. It looks like my local garbage dump. Was that cop chewing on tobacco? Because no one chews gum like that. Years of incest in that family. See, guys? See the comments? Instead of focusing on what needed to be focused on, all they can focus on is the trash. And making insults, calling somebody incest or inbred or hillbillies. Fuck the fact that there's humans involved, right? Fuck that thought. That shit don't matter. They don't care. The fact that mess is there and everything had nothing to do with my father. He didn't make that mess. He was in the hospital. They've done that in 30. Keep this in mind, guys. They made that mess in the 33 days that he was in the hospital. Amazing, right? But we know where my dad's clothes went. Look at the video. You see it. They're all scattered out in the yard. In my video, you hear me tell you, goddamn, it stinks. And it did. They dumped out 6 freezers full of food. Probably traded them for rugs. Imagine that. Where's the justice, guys? Where's the justice? Can I ask you guys to do me a favor? Please? Reach out to these bigger channels to see if they can help. SJVT. Lackluster. Chili. All these people, reach out to them, see if they can help. And it is civil. You're right, Joko. It's civil. I finally got the serial numbers for my dad's firearm, and going to be able to see if I can go down, because it's in another county. I'll have to go down there, take him down there, and file a report. See if they'll take a report. Yep. Missing stolen firearms is a civil matter. Ain't that crazy? All the cop could say, you got the serial numbers? Yeah, well, I got the serial number on the firearms. Right now, how many of you people sitting right here right now have every receipt for everything you bought in your house? Your TVs, your tools, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. How many people have all their receipts? If it was all stolen by somebody living with you right now, how could you prove it? See, this is what Angry Vet has been talking about. People in need. And, you know, look how he has been ridiculed. You had 85 pics of your stuff all gone. I know how it is, buddy. Dad's got pictures too. Witnesses. You know? It's sad and disheartened. Yeah. 100%, bro. 100%. Oh, yeah. They'll fuck you faster than anybody. Trust me, I'm living proof of it. 100%. living proof. You see me keep looking up. I know you see it in my eyes because I'm watching myself on TV. I can't see very well with the small print, so I have to look up. I look down here and then I'll look up to make sure. Yeah. It's not because I'm fascinated with my ugly ass. It's just I can't see the words, and they're bigger on my TV than they are on my screen. But I got a beautiful beard. That's for sure. But yeah, that's I wanted to update or let y'all see it. You can't make this shit up, guys. Like I said, hell, I've lived in Tennessee just about all my life, except for 20 years I lived in Florida. Yep. Speaking of which, let me show y'all something else real quick while I'm thinking about it. No, that's not it. Trying to find something, guys. I want to show y'all something. Don't worry, I'm going to share it so y'all know what I'm what I witnessed. Okay? Now, see what's on the screen? This right here, guys and gals, is what I went through 6 years ago. Right? Does this say 6 years ago? 6 years ago? 5 years ago? Yeah. I watched this man get killed. Unalived, excuse me. Unalived. I witnessed that. Matter of fact, you can look it up on YouTube, and you can see the news reports and everything. I've tried to get the body cam footage and everything else of this, and that, but I don't have the money to get this, the pictures and all that stuff. And I bet you're wondering, well, why is that important to you? Yeah, there is some family that's good out there, Boo. You're correct. Why is this important to you? This is why I have PTSD, guys. This is why I have nightmares and can't sleep. I witnessed this man be unalived. I worked at Extreme Games 3. My life changed forever that day. Maybe it was the 17th when this happened. I'm not exactly sure. But either way, 5 years ago, almost to the day, or maybe it was yesterday to the day. Matter of fact, you can look it up. You can see the report that I gave to the newspapers and everything. And unfortunately, a veteran lost their life because of his wife. She paraded her lover in front of her husband at work, where he worked at Walmart, and that caused him to have a mental breakdown. Basically, she used law enforcement to murder her husband because she knew he would snap. This story is eerie familiar because we have veterans in our community, veterans that suffer from PTSD, and somebody could use a veteran to do the exact same thing she did. And you wonder why Angry Vet says, please stop trying to bully me. You wonder why people like AVA says, please don't bully me. Is this how we treat our veterans, guys? What do you need, babe?
My cigarettes and my tea, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
Mary will tell you, because of this event that I have pulled up here, and you can read the article and everything, I don't sleep. I wake up with night terrors. To a point I've screamed and yelled and kicked stuff and even fought in my sleep because of this.
Yep.
Not to mention that his children will never see their father again. And his wife while he was laying cold on the concrete, ladies and gentlemen, was flirting with one of the deputies, making jokes. You can't make this up. Making jokes. Left the guy that she was messing around with on her husband for the cop and got pregnant, and he ditched her and everything. You can't make this up. You can't. And now you know why they don't want me to have the body cam footage and the reports. They wanted to charge me almost $4,000 for this, for the information. Crazy. 100% crazy. Yep. But you know what? The innocent people that are left behind have to deal with it. I have to deal with it. And to some degree, even though it's not my fault, I feel guilty. No, that's not it. I was wondering if I could pull up the video. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't find the video right at the moment. Probably don't need to be honest. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Sure is. But yeah, that's why I have PTSD and stuff. Like I said, I could probably find it on YouTube here. And that. Let's see. But yeah, there's more to that story too, but I won't get into that. Oh, looky there. Here we go. 7 years ago, excuse me. I guess that's what it says. Let me get past these ads here. Here we go. I'm going to do this.
Sheriff's deputy at a shopping plaza in the city of Hernando. Now, we just moments ago got some details in about what happened, so let's check in with News Channel 8's Jamel Lene. She has been working on this story for us tonight and joins us now from Citrus County with the information we just learned. Jamel.
Well, good evening to you, Rod. And like you just said, we just got this information from deputies. I am going to step out the way, though, briefly, just to show you how active this scene still is. Now, we have learned that there was a man driving that Kia Sedona over there. Police or deputies say that he made threats to come up here and shoot someone at the gaming store that you see right there across the street. Now, investigators tell us around 5 o'clock this evening, they located 28-year-old Brian Batchelder speeding north on State Road 200 towards the shop. It's called Extreme Game Store, and they tried to pull him over. Detectives say that Batchelder did not stop, and because of that high rate of speed, they went on and called off that chase. Moments later, he was spotted again on US 41 speeding through Hernando, passing that game store. Investigators say at that point, he pointed a firearm at them. After multiple attempts to try to pull him over, Batchelder ran a red light. And he traveled at a high rate of speed directly towards those deputies who put themselves between Batchelder and the citizens. Now, we've learned that he slammed his vehicle into a sheriff's vehicle, which in turn pushed the deputy's car into 3 other parked vehicles. And the impact of the crash forced other vehicles to hit a deputy. We were told that that deputy sustained non-life-threatening injuries and he was taken to a local hospital. Deputies were then forced to fire their weapons at Batchelder. Deputies, again, they tried to get him out of the vehicle, and once they got him out of the vehicle, he died a short time later. So again, still a very active scene. You can see the crime scene tape is still up. It looks as though many people in this plaza are still here. Witnesses being questioned by detectives. They remained on the scene for at least the last 4 or 5 hours, they tell us, just waiting to talk to detectives as they witnessed this horror that happened here in Hernando and Citrus County. We have learned that the FDLE will now take over this investigation, and the deputies involved in the shooting, they are on paid administrative leave per the policy of the department. Rod?
All right, and of course, we'll have the very latest on this developing story online at WFLA and on air tomorrow morning. Jamel Lene reporting live for us in Citrus County tonight. Jamel, thank you.
Crazy, huh? How many times do you reckon this man was shot? How many times do you reckon the cops shot him? I'll let you guess, and then I'll tell you what the official report said, and then I'll tell you what really happened. According to the official report, he was shot 6 times, according to the official report. After the incident was over, the deputies or the investigator told me when speaking to me about it, told us that the threat was neutralized and the one officer fired a shot hitting him in the face, which killed him instantly, according to the coroner report. And 2 deputies with AR-15s unloaded 2 full clips. a clip apiece into the van. He was shot approximately, unofficially, of course, not according to the official report, but what really happened, approximately 32 times. 32 times. Shot by 2 officers and another officer with AR-15s, and they unloaded their clips. Standard issue, I guess, is probably what, 16 rounds for the handgun. I'm not sure what an AR-15 holds. Police issue. In that, I'm not 100% sure. I would assume, I could be wrong. I would assume 16 rounds. I could be wrong. But I do know they make extended clips. So I don't even know. But the fact that he was shot 32 times is ridiculous. But yeah. And they wonder why, ladies and gentlemen, I don't trust the police. Not saying they done anything wrong. Stopping him was not what they done wrong. The lying is what they done wrong. The fact that he was laying on the pavement dead while his wife was flirting with law enforcement, who should have never exchanged a phone number or anything with this lady, and then had a child with this lady and everything, is ridiculous. She basically used the fact that he had PTSD because while he was overseas, one of his buddies took his spot and was unalived during combat, and he blamed himself. She used her boyfriend to parade around in front of her husband, knowing that he would react the way he did. And instead of hiring somebody to unalive her husband, she caused him to snap and basically used the cops to unalive him. Can't make that up, guys. This is Peanut, by the way. Ain't she pretty? Her a good kitty cat. Her a good kitty cat. And I know what people are thinking. Man, you've got some animals. I do. It's sad when you can trust animals more than you can humans. When they're more affectionate than most humans. And I know somebody's going to watch this and think to themselves, well, this guy sounds crazy. Am I? Am I crazy? I don't think so. I don't think I'm crazy. Cautious? Absolutely. 100%. Trust the government? No way. Not at all. Does that make me a bad guy? No. Just means that I'm alert and I got my eyes open where other people out there should be watching and have their eyes open and see what's really going on. It's true. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for listening. Share, please, the story of my father, what's going on with him. Reach out to some people and see if they want help. Hit the like button, share this out. Deeply appreciated. Got more coming. I've just touched the very little bit on what's going on. I can't disclose everything. Some things you can't for obvious reasons. Just keep in mind that it could happen to you. Somebody could use your trust, put you in a situation where you're supposed to be able to have law enforcement help you out, and then look at you like they don't even give a shit, because they don't. Stay safe. God bless everybody. Get out and find an adventure.